Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Fidang. I am from the Centennial News. Right now, I am in front of the Queen's Park Legislative Assembly of Ontario for the Canadian Union of Employee Education Worker protest.
The government's controversial Bill 28
to keep students in class act invoke the notwithstanding clause.
To defeat these workers than he has to protect these workers.
So our union started out in the summer trying to negotiate our new contract in good faith with the government. Unfortunately, the government did not show up to the bargaining dates. We've had 14 days where the union was going to meet with the government and the government simply did not arrive. So then it went into arbitration. Arbitration failed because, again, the government is refusing to show up. Yesterday it came down that the mediation, which is the third step, has now failed. The government passed a law saying we couldn't be here, and they suspended our charter rights using notwithstanding clause. So that's not okay, so we are here today.
Today is an illegal strike, unfortunately, because Doug Ford has invoked the notwithstanding clause and imposed back to work legislation against 55,000 education workers in Ontario. So we're here to defend the right to strike, defend trade unions, and fight for a contract that keeps up with the cost of living.
I'm John Weatherup. I'm the president of the Toronto Education Workers. We represent about 15,000 employees. Bill 28 is the worst piece of legislation in the history of this province. I've been around, we've been legislated back to work on a number of occasions, nothing like this. The notwithstanding clause that we asked that the Prime Minister stand up and get rid of the ability to use this against workers. It's not fair to the women who work in the classrooms. We're predominantly women and they make very little money. So we asked the Prime Minister to stand up and I think it's called disallowance and stop this now.
Okay. So what would you like the Ontario government to do in order to
Well, the simple thing is kill the bill. Let's go back to the bargaining table. And they need to fund public education. We get caught up in this, and it's right, it's the worst legislation we've seen, trampling on labor rights. But what we really need to do is our public education system is in trouble, whether you're a spec ed parent, whether you're our lunchroom supervisors. I was just talking to a lunchroom supervisor. There's nobody available to work. They make little money. They work an hour and 15 minutes a day. They need to fund public education properly and put the staff back in schools as a start. And in education, workers have to have a decent wage. Everybody knows what it costs to live in Toronto.